Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this flight Lufthansa cargo 8386. It's going to take us to Tokyo, where we'll be landing at the Narita International Airport. We'll be spending one night there, maybe have some sushi, who knows. And after our crew rest there, we'll be carrying on to Seoul, South Korea, to Incheon Airport, and from there back to Frankfurt. My name is Rikard Stenquist. I'm the captain, and these are my colleagues, trusted colleagues.
Yeah, welcome on this trip with our 777 freighter. I'm the co-pilot today, and my name is Ben, and I welcome you as well. And our last colleague.
Yeah, my name is Sebastian Weber. You can call me Seb or Sebi, whatever you like. And I'm the senior first officer on today's flight and on this Airclips movie to the whole round to Tokio Narita, Seoul, and back to Frankfurt.
My last trip was Tokyo Seoul.
Yeah.
So I've seen it quite recently. It was nice. Sushi was good. So okay. You can just take your pick, whatever you want to fly. I think you're limited to 1 and 3.
That's right. Yeah.
So pick 1 and 3, and we'll divide the rest between the two of us.
Actually, I don't really mind either 1 or 3, but if you give me the chance to choose by myself, then I would like to go ahead and take number 1. If that's fine with you, yeah.
You're flying us to Narita.
All right.
Very good.
Thank you.
What about you? 2 or 3?
Yeah, since I've always do the leg number 2, I think I would go for number 3 then.
Right. I'll do the short one.
Yeah.
All right.
And you guys do the long ones.
Yeah. Great.
Agreed.
All right.
Good.
We have a plan. Now we need some flight documents.
Okay, yeah, well, I have a chart for you for the ETOPS scenario.
Okay.
Okay.
Quite in the north, as you see, and I had to choose 3 ETOPS airports: Helsinki, Novosibirsk, and Chitose.
Okay.
One special thing, you don't have so much load for a 777 with the 67 tons.
Oh, that is very light.
Quite a difficult load, and we have a max MSE takeoff weight of just 24. So I had to increase the performance correction of 1.5.
Okay.
So it's written in the documents.
All
the rest looks quite okay. So just have a look.
All right. 66 tons.
Great.
I think we had on our last flight the usual load, 92, 93 tons.
Yeah, normally we are quite full.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the return flights from China or Narita or Tokyo, so the return flights are most time very full.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that certainly is far to the north. Check this out.
So it won't be very dark tonight.
No.
If at all.
That's even further north than our last trip to Tokyo. We were down here somewhere.
Oh, it's almost
Oldham. We passed here somewhere, and this going to be like 60.
68 it says.
68, almost 70.
Yeah.
Almost 70 north. That's
very. Yeah.
I've got my Geiger.
You got it with you?
Oh, really?
My how do you call it thing? Geiger meter.
Yeah.
My Geiger meter. So we'll check the cosmic radiation.
All right.
Did you had some of the last time?
Yeah, I did. It was normal. It had about 20 times more than you got in the garden. That's normal.
Those are the weather charts for the en route part.
Yeah. And it's the polar projection.
Yeah, because you have the North Pole over here, and our route goes
geographic North Pole.
Very far to the north of Russia.
Yeah, that's almost 70 north, which is it's basically a polar crossing almost. I mean, it doesn't need much more northbound.
We can say it's a polar crossing, so it feels very special.
Yes. Well, I don't see any particularly bad weather zones. Do you?
No, I haven't found nothing. No.
And we're gonna arrive there at 7:05 UTC plus that's 9 o'clock plus 7 hours makes it 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
4 o'clock.
7.
It's plus 7, I think, isn't it? So
It's plus 7. You're
yeah,
right.
so 4 o'clock.
I guess we're ready to go.
That's right.
We are.
So have a printout, and dispatch gets 1 copy. We'll take 1, and then we'll go for our crew ride.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go for the security check.
Theoretisch sollten die Autos 90 cm in beide Richtungen haben und die Aussparungen sollten identisch sein. Das ist halt messbar. Also ja, ein bisschen näher dann besser. Ja.
Okay guys, time for the walk around, the last and final check for safety or any anomalies, and just to make sure that the plane is airworthy and ready to go. Let's have a look. Okay. So the front tires look fine. Our panel, no lights on, that's good. lights, brake pressure indicator, and the wheel well looks good. Okay, let's have a look at the pitot static. The pitot, the Rosebond. The Rosebond is the temperature sensor. We have an angle of attack sensor up there, and the radar dome looks good. In fact, I'm going to take a better standpoint for that. Okay, we do measure a lot of stuff with our pitos and statics. Back here we've got the static ports, and if I can get my light going, here we go. They must not be obstructed, which is not the case. That's good. Here the General Electric 110,000 pounds rated. One of the biggest, most powerful engines in the industry. Let's take a look at the main gear. Struts looking fine, no obvious leakage. Brakes on the boogie looking good. Tires are looking healthy, no cuts, which would jeopardize the integrity of the tire. And the brakes again. Static dischargers are intact. All looking fine. And from back here we can take a look at the stabilizer, vertical fin. Everything looks good, as expected. Cargo door is closed. Let's have a look. The locks, yeah. The bulk closed. Left wing looking good. Trailing edge. We've got a VHF antenna, one of them, and here we're at the flaperon area. Engine pylons, everything's looking fine. Looking at the brakes again. Any hydraulic leaks? And again, we need to check on the tires, but no obvious cuts now. Brakes looking good. Sometimes you collect a dent or two from moving ground equipment, but this seems not to be the case this time. Looking nice and clean, everything. And well, guys, looks like we're going to Tokyo. Okay, that'll wrap up the walk around. All we need to do is close the main cargo door, finalize some figures, calculate our takeoff performance, and then we go.
I wish you a safe trip and have a good flight.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you. The other one as well. Ready to go.
I've calculated the 07 center with the dry runway 1011 hectopascals, 23 degrees centigrade, calm winds, and 295 tons, and with the actual takeoff CG 27.3%. Power is optimum, and NEIs is all auto. Air conditioning is on and flaps is optimal.
Alright.
So Frankfurt Airport, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You calculated with the intersection taxiway Lima 20 as well, right?
Correct.
Alright, okay.
Anything shorter would be too... wouldn't be necessary.
Alright, yeah. So I have a toss effect of 108 meters and a stop margin of 305 till 170 depending on the V1 we take.
That is what I have, yes.
Alright, great. Okay. So you want me to continue the rest of the parameters?
Yeah, why not? And the engine out special SID is 25 Frankfurt, X-ray 1. I guess you put it on the fixed page, correct?
That's right, yeah.
So carry on.
Alright, so we calculated a takeoff 2, takeoff with 33 degrees of toss effect,
Correct.
a flaps 5 takeoff. We are obstacle limited, second limited. We want a range of 171 till 174. Rotation speed 174 and V2 175, which is improved climb.
Okay, 7 Fox Tango,
all copied, and I've got this same data here. Okay, you've got a VREF of 162, VMCG full 133, which gives us the option of the full thrust after airborne.
Here we go, very good.
Okay, so let's enter that.
Insert all the data here. We have an acceleration of 1,600, height makes it 2,000 feet, right?
Correct.
That's in the box. Here we go, then we have takeoff 2, toss effect of 33, makes a rated N1 of 91.8.
Which is up there.
That's right, so
on
we have
the
a little bit more, so we are...
Takeoff 2 and 92.3, that's roughly what we're getting from the computer.
And also what I usually check is what you already mentioned, VREF is 162, that's the same here, so very good. Alright.
We're in good shape. And let's enter the speeds. How about...
Yeah, you're right.
171, 74, 75.
So the smaller V1, 171. We are 174 and V2, 175.
Correct.
All in the box, and we have similarities to our VREF calculated by computer, right?
Very good.
Okay.
And let's go ahead, give me the pre-flight checklist, please.
Flight deck from ground.
Go ahead, ground.
The tow truck is here. Are you ready to lift?
We've got parking brakes set, ready for liftoff.
Roger, we lift you.
Thank you. Continue with the pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight, gear pins.
Removed.
Pitot static.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested, 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 338, altimeter 1011, 320 feet.
Heading 338, altimeter 1011, 320 feet. Checklist complete.
Thank you. Did we get a clearance?
No, not yet. I just wanted to ask you whether I should get the clearance.
Yeah, go ahead and send a request.
Departure clearance. Alright, the clearance is being requested.
Very good.
I think, are you all ready for a briefing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
The tow back, I guess.
The tow back, that's right. But wait a second, we have a message here.
Oh.
That's already the clearance, so...
9 Delta as planned.
As planned, yeah.
Perfect.
Squawk 7656.
Yeah, we'll put it on the transponder. 7656
is in. Next frequency 121.8. Decimal liner, sorry, that's a clearance delivery frequency.
Yeah.
Stand by there. The TSAT is now 2027, so...
Yeah, the display is showing -6, so that fits perfectly with the briefing now. Yeah.
2022 is now the earliest time we can push back.
Okay.
So that's accepted. I'm just gonna print it out, and then I'm ready for the briefing.
Yeah, very good.
Departure briefing. We are departing Frankfurt here out of runway 07 center. That's what we just received by our departure clearance. And we received the Tobak 9 Delta departure. That is an Ariane of overlay departure according FMS. The departure frequency, when advised by the tower, is 120.150. I'm going to pre-select it before takeoff.
That's fine.
And we have one note. The note says that we need to have basic Ariane equipment necessary after metro. That's what we have. And we, at minimum 800 feet, we turn direct Fox Romeo, and that's also 5 dmi freight Fox Romeo Delta or 2 dmi outbound Fox Mike. Then we turn left, maximum 220 knots to intercept a radial of 203 of metro. What I tuned in on the right hand side with the course of 023 in Mount Metro. From Metro we are leaving on radio 350 to Tobak, and that's our exit point of the SID. The initial altitude is 5,000 feet. That's what we got, and I checked that it is correctly in our flight plan. The minimum safe altitude around Frankfurt is the highest is in the northwestern part, which is 4,300 based on Foxtrot Mike, and on our routing our highest MSA is 3,500 feet. Now, in case of engine failure after go, there is the Foxtrot, how's it called again? Fox Romeo Alpha X-ray 1, which you already checked in the box. So our acceleration altitude is 2,000 feet, and then we climb straight ahead. I would suggest we climb to 5,000 feet as well.
Yes.
And we are safe up to 3,500. We are above the maximum landing weight, around roughly 35 tons. Nevertheless, we are able to come back and land straight away with these conditions. We have a dry runway, we have winds from in front and a 4-kilometer runway. So we are able, if in case of fire, we could return and land with an overweight landing. With this weight, that would be either a flaps 30 landing, so we were able to do a flap 30 landing.
Fantastic.
Do you have any questions?
No, I'm fine.
No, that sounds, I guess we switch to standard 5000.
That's correct.
And for the aborted takeoff scenario, I don't see it as a critical takeoff since we have a combined stopping margin of well above 200 meters.
Yep.
So any warnings or cautions that should be triggered, I'm inclined to keep on the ground.
All right.
We'll just make sure that the braking automatics kick in, plane stays on the runway, and make sure that we have a good deceleration.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll handle the problem and take action.
All right.
Ground from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Could you confirm steering pin inserted and clear for hydraulics?
That's confirmed.
Thank you very much.
I can call ready now.
Call ready, and then we'll do the before start items.
All right. Frankfurt clearance delivery. Good evening. Lufthansa cargo 8386 at Fox 233. We are fully ready.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, start approved, 1175. Bye-bye.
Start is approved at 1175. Lufthansa cargo 8386.
Before start items. Okay, so we got 575 on the takeoff trim. Hang on. That's pretty much it. 0, 0. Yeah, looks good. Before.
Wait a second. The window flighting left. You need to check whether your window is completely closed. Here we go.
See? It works.
Yeah.
Go ahead before start.
Before start. Cabin. Mobile.
Off.
Off. MCP.
V2175, heading 068, altitude 5,000 feet.
V2175, heading 068, altitude 5,000. Takeoff speeds.
V1171, VR174, V2175.
V1171, VR174, V2175. CDU pre-flight completed. Trim.
5.75 units, 0, 0.
Briefings.
Completed.
Checklist complete.
Thank you. Request pushback.
Frankfurt April, guten Abend, Lufthansa cargo 8386, stand Fox 233, request pushback.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, guten Abend, pushback approved, face east.
Pushback approved, facing east, Lufthansa cargo 8386.
Ground from cockpit.
Go ahead.
May I release brakes?
Clear to release brakes.
Brakes released, ready for pushback, facing east.
We start pushback, facing east.
Off block 20,
continue via Lima, runway 7 center.
You can do that for me, please, thanks.
I'll take notes.
I have my personal assistants back here, that's
well,
great.
how about that?
Yeah, that's
There's
great.
always a reason for enlarged crews.
Not only because of the break in between, right? Alright, when you're ready, would you please arm LNAV and VNAV for me, please? Perfect.
According to briefing, very good. 2020. That gives us 1850. Okay.
So that's in the box. 2023, right?
2020.
Oh, right, okay.
Airplane turnaround, Lufthansa 1318, November 5.
And ground, just call us when
Lufthansa
we're clear to
1318,
start.
hello, continue via
Yeah, stand by, I call you back.
Thank you.
Lufthansa 1318, Lima westbound.
Airplane, good Abend, Lufthansa 506 Heavy on Lima, reaching November 5.
Isn't that a
Lufthansa
super?
506, hello, continue via Lima,
What was that?
All engines clear.
November, runway 18.
Thank you, starting up right then left.
Via Lima,
Roger,
November
right and left.
4, November, runway 18, Lufthansa
Start right
506.
engine.
Frankfurt ground, schönen guten Abend, your trans 127.
Pushback is completed. Please set the parking brake.
Fully ready, request push.
Geotrans 127, hello, hold
Parking
position
brakes
number
set.
2, I call you.
Remove towing equipment and steering pin, please.
Lufthansa 1492, connect now.
Removing towing equipment.
11877, tschüss.
So 142, 11877, ciao.
Geotrans
flow.
127,
Yeah.
guten Abend, hold position, traffic behind, I
Lighter.
call you back.
Holding
Looking
position, your trans 127.
Lufthansa 8 November Juliet, contact now 11877, tschüss. 8 November Juliet, 11877, ciao.
Start left engine.
Code work and steering pin is removed.
Thank you. And left one.
Frankfurt loaded Lufthansa 510.
That's the sound of a 777 engine, right?
A deep growl. Yeah. Okay, very good. Before taxi items, flaps 5. High ground and
Go ahead.
give a hand signal left-hand side. I see you have removed the equipment and steering pin. Thank you very much for your kind support and see you next time.
Ja, please welcome einzeln, left hand side. Have a nice ride, goodbye und auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Hand signal received.
Yes.
Flight control check.
12485, tschüss.
12485, Lufthansa 318, ciao. Emirates 48 Super on Lima.
Emirates Flight, good evening, continue Lima, runway 7 center.
Continue on Lima. Say again the rest.
Hey, Lima to runway 7.
Rudder.
Lima runway 7 center, Emirates 48.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi, anti-ice, auto, recall. Checked flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Checklist complete.
Request taxi.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, request taxi.
8386, taxi November 15, hold short of Lima.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, taxi November 15, hold short of Lima.
Okay, lights goes on.
Yeah.
Left side clear.
Right side is clear.
Marking brake release, and we'll just taxi forward, turn right onto November 15, and then we are cleared to taxi up to and hold short before Lima.
That's right, yeah.
Very good.
The company in front of you, taxi Lima, November 14, November runway 18.
Lufthansa 1330 behind the company in front, right turn via Lima,
right side is clear here.
November, runway 18.
Lufthansa 506 at November 15, give way to 777, crossing right to left.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah.
Lufthansa 506 at November 15, giving way to the 777 right there.
So I just followed the green
Lufthansa cargo
lights.
386, connect now 11877, tschüss.
Lufthansa cargo 386, 118.77.
And your turn 127, request push please.
November 15, that's perfect, yeah.
Pushback is approved now, thank
So
you.
this
Push approved, head center, enter Lima
super
3.
is.
Yeah. Are you all ready for departure?
Yes, we are.
All
And
right.
I'd like a before takeoff checklist.
Yeah. I'm just calling ready.
Yeah.
Frankfurt Tower, good now. Lufthansa cargo 8386, heavy, ready for departure.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, hello. Lima 21, hold short 7 center.
Lima 21, hold short of runway 7 center, Lufthansa cargo 8386.
The pre-hotel, contact apron 12195.
So we are cleared into Lima 21.
That's correct.
The
Yankee, so we give way to the cargo?
yeah, I hope so.
He will enter Lima 21. He's on November 15. Yeah, just wait a second, please.
All right.
Yep. Cargo 8386, Lima 21, right turn and Lima 21 then.
That's copy, Lufthansa cargo 8386, right turn into Lima 21, hold short of runway 07 center.
Thank you.
All right.
796, wind is 02.
That's why I hit the brakes, because it wasn't clear who was who had to give way.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Extra Yankee, sorry, ich dachte, der kommt über November 16.
Kein Ding.
Okay, enter Lima 20, hold short.
All right.
Und Lima 20, Cruise Yankee.
No confusion anymore.
So before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff, checklist complete.
Checklist complete.
Bye-bye.
Frankfurt Tower, loaded Lufthansa 510 heavy.
Lufthansa 510, hello.
07
Lima
center.
21.
That's correct. So we're full length now.
Lima 21.
I'm going to take the weather radar for takeoff.
Okay, I'll take the terrain.
All right. Departure frequency is pre-selected on VHF 1.
I better drink some of the coffee before we make a takeoff.
Oh, damn it.
On the 796, contact.
That's a cold coffee now, right?
796, just.
I'm a cargo pilot. Anything that smells and tastes like coffee, I'll do.
Unsere Cargo 8386, line up 7 center and wait, number 2.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, runway 07 center, line up and wait, number 2.
So I've got my terrain running.
Right side is clear.
Entering 07 center as cleared.
Yeah.
And number 2 in sequence, approach sector is good.
That's clear, yeah.
Turkish 20 Quebec on Lima.
All right, everybody buckle up and get ready for the flight.
I call you back.
Thank you.
Remaining fuel now is 85.8 tons. We wanted to have 85.5.
Affirm, we can Turkish 20 Quebec.
Okay, taxi into Lima 19, hold short 07 center.
Into Lima 19, hold short 07 center, Turkish 20 Quebec.
The 8 November Juliet, wind 030 degrees 8, maximum 15 knots, 7 center, cleared for takeoff.
On the 8 November Juliet, 7 center, cleared takeoff.
On the 2 X-ray Yankee, contact departure radar 12015.
X-ray Yankee, ciao.
Yes.
So wind is from forward left hand side and we have 200 kilograms more than we expected.
On runway 07 center.
On the Cargo 8386, wind 030 degrees 8, maximum 15 knots, 7 center, cleared for takeoff.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, runway 7 center, clear for takeoff.
You have control?
I have control.
Takeoff. Takeoff thrust set.
Air China 932, taxi to Lima 21 in sequence.
Taxi to Lima 21 with you, Air China 932.
On the 8 November Juliet, contact departure radar 13612.
8 November Juliet, tschüss.
Tschüss.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Now.
Also, guten Abend, Abflug 2305.
So we can make flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Confirm this was Lufthansa 510.
Lufthansa 510, cleared for takeoff, 7 center, wind 010 degrees, 9 knots.
Yeah.
Lufthansa 510, cleared takeoff, runway 7 center.
On the Cargo 8386, contact departure radar 12015.
Cargo 8386, 12015. Good.
Lufthansa 506, request further climb.
Frankfurt
Flight
City.
gentlemen 1070, call for about 10 miles. Lufthansa 506.
Frankfurt departure, Lufthansa Cargo 8386, good evening. We're passing 2,800, climbing out to 5,000.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, guten Abend, climb flight level 130.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, climbing level 130.
Lufthansa 2 X-ray Yankee, contact radar 127, decimal 625, goodbye.
127, 625, please Yankee, ciao.
Tschüss, Lufthansa November Juliet, contact radar 134, decimal 8.
Lufthansa 8 November Juliet, 134, ciao.
Ciao, Lufthansa 506, high speed approved. 506, high speed. Lufthansa 1330, climb flight level 110.
Flaps up.
Lufthansa 1330, flight level 110. FedEx 33, guten Abend, climb flight level 70.
Climb level 70, FedEx 33, good night.
Contact 143, flighting 300, descent flight level 80.
After takeoff checklist.
Left heading 300, descent flight 80, contact 143.
After takeoff, checklist complete.
So Rick, if you don't mind, I continue flying a little bit manually. That's fine with you?
I think that's a very good idea. Right now in this flight phase we're still awake and mentally uncontrolled.
Which we always are. That's what you want to say.
386, proceed direct Erleben.
That was cargo 8386, direct Erleben. Thank you.
Lufthansa 796, climb flight level 310.
Modified.
Execute.
Lufthansa 796, climb level 310.
Lufthansa 2X-ray Yankee, contact radar 127365, goodbye.
Having trouble with the transmission timing tonight. They're blocking each other out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'll do the lights.
Great, go ahead.
And you want the SIPO straight away or later?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's calm right now, so.
That's fine. I'll just clean up.
Go ahead. Yeah. Nav radio and clear the fix info page, please.
Okay, all cleared.
All right, perfect. I think flight level 310 was fired as initial cruising altitude.
You've entered the en route winds, I take it?
Yeah.
So it's even recommended 330.
Yeah.
With a maximum of 350.
Yeah. What a great evening, huh?
Fantastic.
Smooth flying conditions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wind is smooth as a baby's butt, as we used to say.
That's right.
Still catching that golden hour.
Yeah. But on this northern routing, probably the golden hour will take forever.
It'll end in Tokyo. Yeah, that might be the case.
Speed on, static.
10 hours and 12 minutes to go. And then we're there.
Disregard standby shot.
All right, autopilot on.
29er, flight level 350.
And
identified.
Speed.
Lufthansa 796, contact 128.075, away.
Here we are.
Two hours and 30 minutes into the flight. We took off at Frankfurt Airport International, and during climb out it was still dusk, and the sun was just about to set. We had a little bit of the golden hour still, an orange sky and a beautiful view of Frankfurt skyline, climbing in a left turn towards north, and initially climbing 31,000 feet, and pretty much within that first half hour we got up to where we are right now, 33,000 feet, roughly 10,000 meters. Well, as it is flying cargo, we take turns on these long haul flights. Right now it's me and my senior first officer, Sebastian, who is conducting the flight. He's the pilot pilot flying basically, and I'm the monitoring pilot. And as you can see, the sun is up and keeping us wide awake. We're flying on a northbound route, so we're basically chasing the sun, which can be challenging at times, but in this case it does help to stay awake, since we're traveling through our local night, German night, and right now we're heading towards northern part of Russia. We've passed St. Petersburg, and all in all we'll be traveling a quarter Earth circumference, so roughly, well, in nautical miles, if I read here it says 5,278 miles, and that translates to roughly 10,000 kilometers, which is a quarter of the Earth diameter. So At this point, I'd like to hand it over to my trusted senior first officer. He's come all the way from Switzerland just to be able to pilot this flight, and that goes to show how multinational we are at Lufthansa Cargo. I myself is, as it is, come from Sweden, and we have one German crew. He's in his crew rest right now. He'll be taking over in about an hour. And we've got one out of Switzerland.
As a kid, I always wanted to become a pilot, and then during school time I realized it's not that easy to become a pilot, and this dream became a little bit somewhere in the background. But then later on, during school, it was 2002, I was able to do some military training for there was a training to become a military pilot. However, I wasn't able to complete this course because they just take out of 4, out of more than 1,000 they eventually take 4, so it's almost impossible to get into this military service as a pilot. But hey, there I started to learn flying for 2 weeks in a small airplane. It was a type Roba DR400, which was the name, and there I think that started the sparkle in me again to become a pilot. And then after finishing school, I tried to go ahead and do a pilot training. However, in Switzerland it wasn't really easy. In other words, it was almost impossible without any, future, without any possibility to get a job somewhere. So I applied in Germany with Lufthansa, and lucky me, they took me. So I did the flight training from 2006 till 2008. First in Bremen, thereafter in Phoenix for half a year, and then in Bremen once again. And I started my pilot career with Lufthansa in the Airbus 300 on the passenger section of Lufthansa. And unfortunately, I just made it for 1 year, and then they quit the Airbus 300 and they sold it because the airplane was at that time not economical anymore for Lufthansa. Bad luck, because it was a very nice start in aviation for me. Thereafter I continued European flights with the Airbus 320 families, and 3 years ago, meanwhile in 2013, I decided to start flying for the Lufthansa Cargo. Not only because I just wanted to see something different, I wanted to, explore something new, but also because they just bought the brand new 777, and I really like to fly the 777. Our engines are quite impressive. They're amongst the strongest engines in the world. And what I find, for example, very interesting is that one engine itself is weighing 8.7 tons, which is quite unbelievable, actually. That's interesting. So, what's more, of my flying background is that I love everything which has to do with being in the air. For example, 4 years ago I continued and did a flight instructor training, so I'm also a flight instructor on smaller airplanes to help private pilots to become a private pilot. That's what I do sometimes a few days in Switzerland as well. And what's more, I like to be in the air with my paraglide, so that's really great what I do. And altogether I'm very sportive. I would say being a pilot means that you're sitting a lot, so in order to have some, how to put this?
Level of fitness.
Some level of fitness, but also I need to have some change. This is really sitting a lot, trying to stay awake, as you mentioned. For example, now we have middle in the night back in Germany. The sun is shining, and we are sitting forever almost. And therefore, I would like to stay fit and healthy. And I do a lot of sports. And as a matter of fact, next weekend I'm going to have a marathon. So it's not so easy because we do have a night flight back home, and eventually I try my very best to run the Zermatt marathon. Let's see how that goes. But come back to the topic. For example, what I also find very interesting is our airspeed, and as you can see here on the display, we're cruising at 508 nautical miles right now, knots, and that makes around 950 kilometers an hour. And if you count that down, that means all 4 seconds we are making 1 kilometer, which is quite interesting, what I think. I guess what all the people out there find very interesting is what we have back in our cargo load, right? And Rikard is telling us a little bit about our freight today.
I was missing hot air balloon there, but except for that, you seem to be involved in just about any way of air travel.
Yeah,
well,
I'd say so.
Flying with cargo has some special features, I would say. We do carry stuff that wouldn't fit on a passenger plane, or are restricted to cargo planes only due to the characteristics of the goods being transported. So, for instance, we have live animals today on board. We have some perishables, edibles, machine parts. We've got 2 vehicles, which is in a way interesting. Those are Japanese cars. They've been in Europe for testing, and now we bring them back to their companies. And also we have dangerous goods, which mostly are not allowed on passenger planes. It could be substances that are poisonous or easily combusts, could catch fire and so on. And those are all underlie very strict regulations, packaging, and so forth. But that's part of it. We even fly flowers out of Africa, tulips. Depending on the seasons, we sometimes fill up the planes with flowers. And if we fly for certain industrial countries, they need machine parts. That's usually what we bring in that case. Anything that is needed quickly, we take it, and that's mainly how we make our money, because other planes can't carry it, basically. Yeah, it's a different kind of flying, basically. It's not so much waiting for passengers, making sure they're comfortable and all that. We have a max takeoff weight of roughly 350 metric tons. And we can pretty much fly with that an endurance of 12 hours plus. So a very capable airplane, the 777 cargo version.
Today, for example, we have around 70 tons of payload, and still our freight is the freight hall is completely covered. So means we have more light but big volume freight. as you mentioned, tulips. Today we have roses coming from Kenya and traveling to Tokyo. Some of our freight is going to continue, not to Tokyo, but this airplane is going to continue to Seoul Incheon, and there we also offload some freight. Today 10.5 hours flight. We need for this distance we need roughly 78 tons of kerosene fuel. Breaking that down, that is an average of around 6.6 tons an hour.
One of the main challenges with this work is that you're flying through time zones. You're not adhering to the biorhythm of your body, basically. When your body wants to sleep, you need to work, and vice versa. That goes for all parts of life, basically. You eat at the wrong times, you sleep at the wrong times, and after it's a mix of machine and human. So basically what we're trying to do is optimize during takeoff and landing. We're 80-90% human, and the rest is machine. And during flight and monotonous workload, the human being isn't very proficient. We would get bored too fast and make errors. This is where the automation in the machine becomes superior. So what we do is we supervise the machine during the cruise flight, and in a dynamic situation such as descending, approaching the airport, landing, setting up everything, that's what we're good at, and that's when the pilot becomes proficient and important for a successful flight.
I think you have some nice overview of our Lufthansa cargo flight A386 towards Tokio Narita, and enjoy our further flight there.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey folks, welcome back. I hope you had a nice rest that night. We are almost in Japan, almost in Tokyo. The remaining flight time right now is around 1 hour and 20 minutes, and we are about to reach the Japanese border. Right now we are still in Russian airspace, but within the next 10 minutes we will be handed off to the Japanese. Yeah, then to Tokyo. We are expecting there to land in the northerly direction on runway 34, either left or right. That will be decided later. At that moment, Rikard is still at his rest and in his bed. So Sebastian is still up front, looking good as usual.
Hi there.
Yeah, our position I can show to you. Right now we are approaching the point called Igrod. That's the boundary between Russia and Japan. So that's currently over the Sea of Japan, and then we'll overfly the island, doing basically a big right turn, and then we'll land in that direction at Narita.
Yeah, so I think we cruise along at level 370 for yeah, definitely the next 45 minutes, and then we'll start our descent. Yeah, I hope you've so far enjoyed the flight, and we'll have a look at the landing, which Sebastian will perform perfectly.
Request continue climb, level 3.
I saw the weather.
Okay.
Looks like they've changed to runway 16.
Actually, they had it all the... No, at first they had runway 34 and thereafter they changed it, yeah. Exactly, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 16 right, left, via Mel.
380.
I've checked the arrival route. Looks plausible. And yeah, that's according to our aircraft status.
Tokyo Control, Japan Air 416, request descent flight level 230.
Swamp, Comet, Dover, and you can
descent flight level 230.
count on a shortcut.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tokyo Control,
that's what I expect.
flight level 260.
Okay, very good.
Tokyo Control.
Air pressure is pretty standard.
Tokyo Control, correct on Koreania 8006, direct course Tango Charlie, flight level 380.
Yeah, that's what I just wanted to point out for Tokyo.
Yeah.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, contact Tokyo Control 124.1.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, 134.1, good day.
So 341, and this is info India.
Tokyo Control, Lufthansa cargo 8386 is with you, level 288, descending level 280.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, Tokyo Control, Raja.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, good.
Are you already ready for a briefing?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Okay, first of all, from now on, we are passing through west towards the east of Japan, so we have some great altitudes of first 10,800.
Lufthansa cargo 8386 descending at level 250. To be at which point?
Lufthansa cargo 8386, cross Rinoa at flight level 250.
Rinoa.
Yeah.
Lufthansa cargo 8386 to be level 250 Rinoa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And you got to the 300, very good.
Yeah, Rinoa flight level 250. Okay, and we are flying exactly over Fukushima, and there we have great altitudes of 8,700. And then we are following the shoreline.
Thanks for mentioning Fukushima.
Actually, it would be interesting if you turn on your Geiger meter again.
I'm going to get it out.
All right,
just,
great.
Yeah.
Tokyo Control,
have it run. So let's check. There's a little ways to go still yet to reach the coastline. So I'll just wait a little before I start.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
make such a racket.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now continue with the briefing. Then we are on this Yankee 30 airway, which leads us to Melon. And Melon is the starting point of the Star, the standard arrival route into Tokio Narita. From Melon, we fly towards Klust and Norma, and that's what we're expecting. Probably it's going to be, as you pointed out, it's going to be way shorter, and we're going to have a more direct in approach.
Yes.
After Norma, I'm expecting the ILS Zulu into runway 16 right in Narita. From Norma, minimum 6,000 feet. Okay, Norma 6,000 minimum. That's the initial approach fix. From there, we continue to Sela 6,000 minimum. Pixus 4,000 minimum. Brook, Koala, and Koala is our final descent point at 4,000 feet. We leave 4,000 feet at 11.8 DME from the ILS DME. It's called India Kilo Foxtrot. The course is 157 inbound, and we have a standard 3-degree and light slope. The final altitude already is 4,000 at Krabi, and we have a 4,000 meter runway, 60 meters wide. From this, out of 4,000 we need approximately 1,900 required landing distance. Alt, by the way, I would like you to set the auto brake in mode 3. If you're happy with that, I just show you
absolutely, that's fine.
I show you my calculation. It was based to runway 34 before, but we have a required landing distance of 1,900 meters.
We're well within limits. Yeah.
Absolutely. Auto brake 3 gives us around 2,500 meters landing distance.
Stand cargo 8386, contact Tokyo Control 128.2.
Lotus cargo 8386, 128.2, correct.
Japan 165, clear direct.
Tokyo approach, good evening. Lufthansa cargo 8386, level 250.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, Tokyo Control, Rotan.
Yeah.
Tokyo
okay.
further descent.
If available, request a direct response. 8.9, so another 1.8 tons off of, so I'll just give you 219.
That's fine, yeah. I'd like to make a flaps 25 landing.
Flaps 25 it is.
Since minimum flap setting is highly recommended here into Narita airspace.
Yes. But we do not have the issue with the landing gear since we're not crossing shoreline.
That's right, yeah. Good point you're mentioning here. Narita is a little bit special. From the south side, they require you to lower the landing gear before the shoreline, that some ice blocks fell down from some airplanes, but that's really just very rare.
Yeah.
And I think really the conditions need to be right for this kind of incident.
It's an old rule that they've implemented. They've just kept it in place.
For the runway 16 right, we need to lower it anyway before 5.5 dB from the ILS dB. But we are going to do that anyway, so that's not an issue. To complete the approach briefing, we have MSAs in the northwest, 4,000 feet, that's our highest MSA, that's also our final descent point. If they vector us lower, then we can accept.
Lufthansa cargo 8386. We are clear.
I think Lotus.
Lotus, okay.
Atlas 65, contact Tokyo Control 133.6.
Execute.
Contact Tokyo Control
133.6, Atlas 65. This one is 2,400
yeah, that's our traffic.
Lufthansa 3806, descend to reach right away 150 by Lotus.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, leaving 250, descending level 150 to reach at Lotus.
So load on 34 miles.
Got 4 minutes. 10,000, 2.5, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, 66 cross, cut out. 1,000 and cancel all sections at touchdown.
Nevertheless, I would like to finish my briefing. I mentioned runway length, and the missed approach is a little bit special.
Resume normal speed. Descend to reach flight away.
I checked it in our flight management system. We fly straight ahead, heading 157, no right turn before 0.7 in the kilo Foxtrot. And at minimum 800 feet, we turn right to intercept the radial 187 of Narita, November Romeo Echo. I'd like you to set Narita on the left-hand side of the left. We are left.
November Romeo Tango.
November Romeo Echo is that.
Sorry,
right.
that's Echo. And I'll set it on the left side.
Yes, manually tuned. Thank you. From there, at Kumo we turn left heading 157, and then we intercept the radial 118 of Hotel Mike Echo, and intercept the radial 35 dB arc of Narita once again at 49.3 dB of Hotel Mike Echo. Finally, we turn right on radial 100 of the Narita VR to Cupid. We climb altogether to 6,000 feet and contact the approach is what it says at last.
I can reassure you with a few words of experience. I've had a touch and go in Narita once.
Yeah.
It was back in the days on the MD-11.
Yeah.
And it all seems quite complicated to fly all these points, but what they do is they call you. You've hardly finished the initial 3 steps of a go-around, and they're already giving you radar vectors.
I see, okay.
So this is basically a backup plan for RT failure. But you can expect radar vectors.
I can imagine, of course, because of the dense traffic. However, of course, I need to brief that anyway.
That's correct, yeah.
We have a minimum of 330 feet, that's what we have tuned in as well. And the transition level is 140. And I would do the acceleration 3,100, it is in the south, so I would do it after 3,100 feet.
Okay.
Do you have any comments on that?
Well, you know, I would even suggest let's do the acceleration once we've reached the final altitude.
I wanted to avoid that because of the high climb rates we're experiencing towards 6,000 feet, so I just wanted to do it a little bit before the level.
Okay, sure. Right? So you just go the last 1,500 feet, nose down, and then start.
Exactly. But we can do it in 5,000, and then we're all set there.
Sounds good. And it's all seaside, so no obstacles.
No obstacles. Here we go. Everything done, then I ask for the descent.
Sure thing. Descent.
Japan 5 heading 250, descend on the main tape for level 240.
Japan 5 heading 250, descend 240. 3.
Standard cargo is 3806, contact Tokyo Control 132.25.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, 132.25, direct.
Safe.
So just finish up landing data.
We have 25, 145, minimum Sparrow 330.
Sparrow 330, briefings, descent, checklist complete.
Tokyo Lufthansa cargo 8386, good afternoon, maintaining level 150.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, Tokyo Construction. Japan Air 958 is planning comfortable 150.
Rikard, for the descent planning, I'm gonna observe.
8386, report of speed.
Lufthansa cargo 8386, maintaining 300.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, reduce speed to 250 knots.
Cargo 8386, reducing 250 knots.
Speed 250. I'm going to observe the traffic in front of us, and then we can a little bit anticipate whether it's going to be a straight-in approach or not.
Yes. Seems to be normal traffic flow up to now.
Yeah, I think probably at Zugo on this leg here we can expect a right turn towards Mellon, I guess.
I think so.
Because I cannot see any traffic in that section there.
American 153, descending comfortable 160.
Maintain flight level 160, Max 153.
Give you the lights.
That's great. And seatbelt signs on as well, please.
Japan Air 160, report of speed.
Seatbelts on.
It's quite hazy today, no chance to see the Fuji.
No.
In the west.
I still need to climb that rock, you know.
Me too, yeah.
Me too. Cargo 8386, reduce speed to 230 knots.
Cargo 8386, reducing 230 knots.
Japan Air 160, reduce speed to 230 knots.
Japan Air 958, right hand 160.
How are you feeling after the short night? Are you awake enough? If I, not yet, but if I continue afterwards a little bit with manual flight?
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Glad to hear, thanks.
Roger, Japan Air.
So see, the airplanes are flying almost to Dover, so that's quite...
it's unusual that they have you fly almost the whole arrival.
But that means we're okay with flight level 150 here at Suico.
Japan Air 958, resume normal speed, contact Tokyo approach 127.7.
Japan Air 958, resume normal speed, contact Tokyo approach 127.7.
American 153, descending 3000, QNH 298.9.
900, descending maintain 13,000, American 153.
The American guy seems to have had a long night himself.
I sure believe so, right? But they have a lot of flights from Hawaii into Japan here.
American 153.
Well, this is going to be fun. Haven't been to Japan for at least a week.
Japan Air 177, cancel hold, recruit direct to V-Box, follow plan date.
Now you're going to see what's changed since then. Probably not a whole lot.
Well, you never know in Japan, you know. New bridges, roads, buildings, they just pop up.
Yeah.
I actually had my first earthquake that I noticed last time I was here.
Okay.
First time I've been flying.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, fly heading 160, vector to Mellon.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, heading 160, vector.
Heading select.
And you want me to give you a melon?
Melon on top would be nice, yeah. So we have it as next waypoint.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, sorry, correction, fly heading 130 initially.
Cargo 8386, heading 130 initially.
Oh, it's rolling out right away. That's confirmed.
Japan Air 17, recruit direct Mellon.
Direct Mellon, Japan Air 17, thank you.
Tokyo Control, report 177.
Yeah, you know, traveling the world for like 30 years now. I've either been one day too early or 2 days later, always missed the earthquakes. But last time I was thinking to myself, somehow my bed is rocking.
Yeah,
it wasn't violent or anything, it was just moving, you know. And I'm thinking, what the heck? And then it occurred to me, oh, this is an earthquake.
Yeah.
The bed was rocking. Only for like 10 seconds.
8386, resume navigation direct to Mellon.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, proceeding to Mellon.
Yeah. Execute.
Japan Air 160, something 11000, QNH 298.
It sounds like you're an earthquake hunter.
Yeah, well,
as you name it, but
I am interested in the subject, but like I said, took a long time. I know people who have experienced many earthquakes.
Okay.
I just never felt one.
I see, alright. Alright, now we're turning inbound towards Mellon.
Lufthansa Cargo 836, the region normal speed.
Lufthansa Cargo 836, normal speed now.
Normal speed means just checking the speed constraints, but there are none.
Good.
So with me it's fine that we just continue with 230.
That's fine.
.50 is our scheduled arrival time.
Contact Tokyo approach 127, this 127.
So we're pretty early.
171, thank you.
Fuel's looking good.
Lufthansa Cargo 860, summing 3000, QNH 299, clear to be a normal arrival.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, descending 13,000, 29er, 89er, and clear for the normal arrival.
Vertical speed.
Norma arrival. As inserted.
That's right. And whenever you're ready, approach checklist.
Japan 17, descending 13,000, QNH 299. Send 13,000, 298,
29 inches, 40,400 feet.
14,400 to 989er. Checklist complete.
Thank you.
Lufthansa Cargo 836, contact Tokyo approach 127, decimal 7.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, 127.7. Good day.
270, descender maintain 5,000.
Japan 782, heading 2707, confirm 5,000.
Japan 781, found descender maintain 5,000.
Japan 781, 5,000, heading 270.
Japan 958, descender maintain 6,000.
Japan 958, descender maintain 6,000.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, descending 13,000, information India.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, Tokyo approach, runway 16 light, expect RS 0, runway 16 light approach.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, expecting ILS 16 right, Zulu, thank you.
Left for 1202.
Japan 958, turn heading 260.
Japan 958, left heading 260.
Japan 17, contact approach 124, decimal 4.
1244, China 17.
Japan 958, descender maintain 5,000.
Japan 958, descender maintain 5,000.
To get a descent.
American 153, descender maintain 6,000, there is speed of 210 knots.
210 knots, down to 6,000 feet, American 153.
Descend.
Japan 958, reduce speed of 200 knots.
Japan 958, reduce speed 200.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, descender maintain 8,000.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, descender maintain 8,000.
American 153, turn heading 290.
Lost flight
290, American 153.
Japan 781, contact tower 118 decimal 2.
Japan 781, tower 112.
Lufthansa Cargo 803, 806, if possible, increase rate of descent.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, increasing rate of descent.
Japan 958, resume navigation direct quarter.
Japan 958, resume on navigation direct quarter.
All intercept course 157 is correct. Execute.
American 153, reduce speed 190 knots.
Alright, I'm gonna...
American 153, maintain 4,000 until the quarter. Careful, RS 016 right approach.
Maintain 4,000, go cooler, cleared ILS.
Matter flight.
16 right approach, American 153.
American 153, verifying cleared for RS 0, runway 16 right approach.
Cleared ILS 16 right Zulu, American 153.
Lufthansa Cargo 803, 806, descender maintain 6,000.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, descend, maintain 6,000.
And if you don't mind, I would like to fly without a flight director, please.
Yeah. I'll leave my side on.
That's fine. So turn off the right flight director, please. Thank you.
Flight director off. Right side.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, turn heading 270.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, left heading 270.
Heading selected 270.
Thank you.
Approach broadcast QNH 2988, QNH 2988. Lieutenant Cargo 83806 to descend and maintain 5000.
That's Cargo 836, descend maintain 5000.
The altitude 5000.
That's right.
Lieutenant Cargo 83806 to reduce speed 190 knots or less.
That's Cargo 8386, reducing 190 or less.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Lieutenant Cargo 836, return, left heading 210.
Southwest Cargo 8386, left heading 210.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Lieutenant Cargo 803, 806 now, resume on navigation direct to Kuala.
Southwest Cargo 8386, navigation to Kuala.
Okay.
Just continue with the turn here.
Yeah.
And heading back towards Kuala, please. Thank you.
Yeah, glide is moving.
I see that. Now standard flaps 15.
Flaps 15.
And speed accordingly, please.
Lieutenant Cargo 83806, descend and maintain 4000, clear for RS0, runway 16, light approach.
Sorry.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, descending 4000, clear ILS 106, right, Zulu.
Clear for the approach.
That's right.
I'll just, for my sake, I'll arm it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, localize.
Lieutenant Cargo 83806, speed 170 knots or less, contact tower 118.2.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, 170 or less, 118.2, correct.
See?
Japan Air 958, contact ground 12195.
Localizer and glide slope.
157 is good. And missed approach altitude
is 6,000 feet, thank you.
Set to 6.
Good Hotel, Lufthansa Cargo 8386, good afternoon. We're established 16 right Zulu.
Good afternoon, Lufthansa Cargo 8386, Narita Tower, runway 16 right, wind 120 at 8, continue approach.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386.
So the wind right now is from forward right and it's going to be from forward left at the landing.
It's going to wander across.
That's right.
United 804, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait on 16 right, United 804 heavy.
Alright, there's one departure in front of us.
Yep.
But it's fine. And the gear down before 5.5, that's perfect. Suits us perfectly. Gear down, flaps 20.
Gear down. Flaps 20.
Thank you.
United 804, wind 120 at 6, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 16 right, United 804.
Runways inside.
Inside.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25, final setting.
Now the wind is turning to the left.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, traffic Boeing 777 departing, runway 16 right, cleared fan, wind 110 at 7.
Cargo 8386, slid land, runway 16 right.
Yeah, the wind is almost there now.
Yeah.
Well, it was in and then went away.
Landing checklists.
Landing. Checklist complete.
Checklist complete.
And the American's still rolling.
I see that traffic.
Yeah, it's airborne.
Thank you.
Runway is clear.
United 804, contact departure, 124.2.
United 804, good day.
Day.
Checked.
Checked.
Approaching 16 right.
That's correct.
Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums.
Continue.
200.
Another 61, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 16 right, Macau.
30, 20, 10.
Speed brakes up. Reverse is normal.
Narita 93 Charlie Papa, information November.
Center 93 Charlie Papa, Tower, go ahead.
93 Charlie Papa, approaching Jinbei point, 1300. Yeah, we think it's landing safe at
Metal brakes.
Yeah, Alpha 8. Auto brake.
Report entering control zone.
Thank you very much.
93 Charlie Papa, report entering control zone.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, contact ground 11.905.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, 11.905. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice landing, Seb.
Here we are. Thank you.
Another victorious landing in Narita.
Narita ground, good evening, Lufthansa Cargo 8386 is in Alpha 8.
Good evening, Lufthansa Cargo 8386 Narita ground, taxi near Whiskey 10, Whiskey 5 Gateway.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386 via Whiskey 10, Whiskey 5 Gateway.
So Whiskey 10 is here.
That's right.
We'll turn left onto Whiskey and taxi back.
That's right.
After landing items, no APU.
Alright.
Yeah, the Dreamliner. I've grown kind of fond of that aircraft type.
You are?
Yeah, it took a while, but now I find it quite sporty.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I like its design anyway, but also the Airbus 350.
Yeah.
They look nice, so.
That's also a fine plane, for sure.
Yeah. Alright, the Whiskey 5 Gateway is a little bit back, and after the passenger terminal here, we're going to approach it.
Okay. Oh, we touched down at 10 past.
Yeah. 2 minutes gone since 10. And hey, we need a 10 hour and 30 minutes. As expected in Frankfurt already.
As briefed.
Short hop of 10 hour and 30 minutes, and thereafter you are in Tokyo.
How do they put it? Plan your flight and fly your plan.
That's right, yeah, that's what we did today, yeah. No, to be honest with you, I'm sure tired now, and I think I can have some sleep afterwards, after the sushi.
Yeah.
Which we deserve now.
We've earned the sushi. Look at this plane.
That's the short size, right?
Yeah.
787.
They're going to stretch it one more time.
Cargo 8386, contact control 17.6.
Up for the cargo 8386, 121.6. Bye bye.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, continue taxi slowly to spot 208.
After the cargo 8386, continue taxi slowly into stand 208.
Slowly.
So that's the one after the FedEx.
Yes.
Everything is looking prepared for us. I can also see the external power ready there.
Yeah, the docking station seems to be activated.
Yeah.
So what was she on about? Slowly? Everything's set up?
Yeah. That's enough space here. And to the right hand side everything is clear.
Control Jet Alpha 993 Charlie Papa reaching Police Apron.
Jet Alpha 993 Charlie Papa ラジャー了解、お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。
Parking brakes set. No APU.
That's right.
And left engine out. Due to the guys on the
okay.
left. Hello, ground.
Stand by for ground power.
Yeah, we're standing by. Right side is turning, and aircraft is fine.
Turn on the first one.
Primary external power is on. Engine cut.
Okay, connected to ground power.
Arigato.
Stand by for choke.
Standing by. We'll leave the parking brake set.
Both are on now.
Okay. We'll just wait for chocks.
Okay, chocks in position for release brake.
Okay, thank you. Brakes are released, and see you in a bit.
Yep.
Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown, parking brake.
Released.
Checklist complete.
And we can do anytime the secure items and checklist, please.
Yes. Secure, checklist complete.
Thank you. Well done.
All right, let's head towards the hotel. Finish work for the day, right?
Makuhari, here we come.
Welcome to Narita International. Lovely weather. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but who cares about tomorrow?
Scheint aber